What if this is the first episode of Pickles and Vodka someone checks out?
Like, this is a weird show. They talk just about, like, guns and dead dogs and...
Bad luck.
Yeah, losing phones all over the place.
Oh my god.
Hello, friends.
Hello, friends.
And welcome to Pickles and Vodka, the mental health podcast, Night Edition.
Night edition. That's right. You heard it here first.
It is Thursday night. Oh, and I'm one of your co-hosts, Lauren.
Oh, and I'm Chris, your other co-host. We're going to be all over the place because it's nighttime, and we get loosey-goosey at night.
Mm-hmm.
So you're welcome?
Yeah?
Sorry?
Chris, where are you at?
Okay. I literally just got off my motorcycle. The Queer Moto Club I might have mentioned does Thursday night group ride, and I haven't made it for a few weeks, so this is fun. However, a few hours ago, I got a notice on my phone that said flood warning.
Oh.
And the sky looked blue, and it was hot and sunny, and I was like, it'll be fine. But I brought a jacket, like, just in case.
Mm-hmm.
Also, you should wear jackets no matter what.
Well, yeah.
Do as I say, not as I do.
Yeah.
But we all rode to this bar, and I hung out for a few minutes, and then this was a good excuse to leave early.
Fair enough.
I don't know about you, but I love making an appearance and then ducking out early.
Mm-hmm. I like to know that there's a reason if I need to leave.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because I feel guilty lying about one.
Mm-hmm.
Not that I've ever done that.
Oh, yeah, me neither.
If anything, I'll straight up be like, I'm overstimulated and vanish.
That's fair. I wish I could be that honest. I feel like I usually make up an excuse.
That's the thing. Part of me wants to do that, but also I'm like, oh my god, did you hear Connie?
I just heard that.
I also took her to her first vet appointment today.
First ever?
First ever.
I mean, no shade, because, I had my cat Gypsy over 9 years, and I probably took him to the vet like 3 times total.
I mean, yeah, that seems normal to me.
Yeah, just because, he had an infected toe once, and once I took him for shots or something, I don't know.
Yeah, this is all over the place, but we warned you. I took all 3 cats to the vet this week.
Wow.
And that's not all. I also got my annual physical.
Yay!
I'm so proud of myself. I'm adulting so hard.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to the motorcycle story. I left the bar early. It was sunny outside. And then 5 minutes from my house, the sky gets dark. Sheets of rain start pouring down. The wind picks up so fast. I'm swaying.
Oh my gosh.
And yeah, I just turned off my bike and ran indoors without even taking my helmet off or anything.
Oh wow.
And then I peeled off my wet clothes.
I thought maybe it was hot when you said peel off my wet clothes. Oh, I'm sweating. I didn't realize you meant I got caught in a deluge.
Yeah, I texted Lauren, peeling off my wet clothes and then I'll be there. And I didn't elaborate because I figured you might have questions.
Yeah.
But yeah, I am in my PJs and I'm in a pretty good mood.
Nice.
Yeah, I've had a busy week. My weekend will also be busy, but it's fine. Everything's fine.
Yeah.
Lauren, where are you at?
I was thinking in light of our physical episode, that's the main thing I can think of. When you say where you at, I'm just I am exhausted. I'm so exhausted. I feel like I'm barely hanging on. I have one more week. Oh God, don't kill me. One more day of work to get through tomorrow. And then I take Taco over to friend of the pod, Vicky, who is watching him. And then more on this later. I go straight to the boyfriend's house and stay the night. And then we leave as soon as we humanly can in the morning and drive 12 hours to Michigan.
He's going with you.
Yes.
Okay, I didn't realize that.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Wow. First time meeting the parents, I'm assuming?
No, we actually did this last summer. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm a great friend. I remember every detail of your life.
I might not have talked about it.
You did, though.
Okay, I say that. That was, he's met my mom a few times because she likes to visit, and she actually came to a band show once. Last summer was his first time meeting my dad and my brother and my sister-in-law. we'll hang out with all of them this time. Though there is some more, because also we're spending a few days on Mackinac Island, where I have not been back for a very long time. So excited about that, because my aunt and uncle have owned a place there at this point for, something like 20 plus years. So, I've gone a lot and I love it up there.
Where is that?
I guess maybe it's in Lake Huron. It's kind of like an island between the upper and lower peninsula of Michigan.
I was not expecting it to be spelled Mackinac.
Yeah.
Mackinac.
And the weird thing is, there's a mainland city on the upper peninsula and the lower peninsula where you take ferries to the island. And the one on the lower peninsula is called Mackinac City, and I believe it's Mackinaw.
Oh, great.
Yeah. So that one's logical, but the island ends in a C and looks like Mackinac. It's clearly a Native American name.
Yeah.
And so, I assume, it wouldn't be spelled stupid like that if that wasn't, the actual spelling. So
Right.
I just figure, there's some with a W at the end, and I'm like, I don't know, is that just for,
the white people?
the whiteys? They're like, I can't say it right.
Oh my god. Either way, I wouldn't be surprised.
Uh-huh.
Also, you spent the night at your boyfriend's house. We just breezed past that.
Well, that's the thing. That was going to be more like the meat of the episode. That's why I was like, okay, bury the lead there.
I know. Well, just sum it up real quick in case people don't know the situation and why this is such a big deal.
Yeah, so at this point, well over a year ago, because it was a year in March, my beloved dog, best friend for life, Pico, was killed by his dog. We came home and found him in his house, and he had said then that he would get rid of his dog, which is what I preferred, and then I think he just kind of dragged his feet, and I kind of figured out he's just not going to get rid of the dog, and I refused to go over to his house while that dog was still there, so I had not been back there for well over a year. His dog just recently passed, so yeah. There's going to be more to talk about when I get into going over there. But for now, yeah, I just feel, because we're going to go to Michigan for a full week. I mean, it's going to be 7 nights there. And I am drained at work and in life. And I just feel like I am just clawing my way through these last couple days. I mean, it's not fun to be on the road for 11 or 12 hours like we will, but I'm just kind of even getting in the car is just already going to be this relief in just knowing I have no responsibilities for the next 8 days.
Yeah, it sounds like you're approaching burnout, or you've been chilling in burnout for a while.
Absolutely. And it does feel like I just pushed myself to the limit where it's I would have, just probably collapsed into myself within a couple weeks if I continued to do this. So this is coming in the nick of time.
Yeah, that's not concerning at all.
That's about it.
So what led up to spending the night at his house for the first time? And what was that like?
So that happened last weekend. We had a band meeting on Sunday last weekend where we just kind of talked about what songs do we want to practice next, and what's our direction, what do we want to do, we just kind of sat around and talked. And afterwards, because we had it at the liquor store bar where my boyfriend and I like to go.
It's been a while since there was a liquor store bar mentioned.
I know, but we go there also because it is literally a block and a half away from my house. So after this was all done, then obviously we just came back to my place for a while. And I don't know how we got on the conversation, but I mean, I've talked about this in therapy recently. This has been kind of a frustration of mine where I said, his dog passed at this point probably about a month ago. And, I said something immediately then where I was just okay, I mean, it's understood that the reason I would not go to his house is because I never wanted to see that dog again. Now the dog is gone. But, I did say something obviously, that doesn't mean, tomorrow I'm just going to hop up and be cool, I can go where my best friend was murdered. No problem.
Of course.
Yeah. And, he totally understood that and did not expect me to just, bounce up and run over to his house immediately. But we talked about how he is kind of a person also that I feel takes on the qualities of an ostrich. So it feels like because I said that, his response was like, okay then, I won't push you and I will bury my head in the sand, and when you're ready, you tell me and I will never ask. I've talked about this like last couple times in therapy because I was like, well, yeah, obviously I wasn't going to go there immediately, but at this point, it's been several weeks and,
he hasn't brought it up or noticed anything.
Yeah, it was like, even if I wasn't ready and I had to say, hey, I'm not ready, it would have been nice for him to be like, do you want to come over? Or, are you not ready now?
I'm surprised, he didn't want to talk about it immediately. It's kind of the elephant in the room.
Well, you're surprised, but I'm not, because like I said, I feel like this is what he kind of does, is just like, I'll hide out and I won't cause any trouble. I won't make any waves, like just in case there's some sort of conflict, I will avoid saying anything. So that's how, I'm feeling about it. We were at the liquor store bar, so we did have a couple drinks when we were out, so maybe that's why I was more bold in however it came up, something related to that, so I could kind of say that I was just like, look, I am working on myself independently. Like, I'm trying to think of things like, what's going to be the easiest way for me to come over there? Like, what is the best method? Maybe I won't spend any time in that room the first time, but I was like, but I want to be able to. And I want to know, that you want me to. And it's like, I want to work up to that point, but you got to help me out. And actually, he started crying. But I mean, that actually helped because the reaction kind of made me realize that it wasn't, just like, oh, I'll just wait till she's ready. I don't have to put any effort. It was like literally like he wants this as much as me, but was just like terrified of saying or doing the wrong thing or anything like that. I hate to say this, but it's like, well, it's kind of nice that it was like killing you inside too, not just me.
Well, yeah, it's validating. And I'm glad he was able to like realize that. Oh no, my ring just broke.
Oh no.
Sorry, I got this ring that says fuck, and then it has a little rotating bead underneath, and you can make it say fuck me, fuck you, fuck it,
Aww,
fuck life.
I love that.
It's okay, I can just pop it back on.
Okay.
Anyway,
because of that, and because I knew then, I mean, I'd already wanted to. Like I said, I was trying to do the work, except all by myself, to try and figure out how I would feel safe going over there. And kind of had done that on my own. And then, I did feel like kind of bad knowing that it's just kind of like, okay, this has been on your mind 24/7 as well. You're just not saying anything. And
again, this man needs therapy.
Oh, yeah. That came up. And he did actually say, like, I don't think he's seen anyone yet, but he said, like, yeah, I have an appointment, like, with a real therapist.
Okay.
Uh-huh. Because I know, I mean, he said in the past, like, he's not opposed to therapy. So I'm just like, can't you understand?
Well, you're literally burning yourself out and you're still making the effort to go to therapy and like do this podcast and talk about your feelings and all this uncomfortable stuff. Like, I know how uncomfortable this is for you.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're just doing so much work and I see that and I'm really proud of you.
Oh.
I think it sounds like he acknowledges that too.
Yeah.
Finally.
I mean, I feel like when we can actually, like, speak, then I usually end up feeling like, okay, I think your heart was in the right place, but your actions make me feel the opposite. That's what needs to be examined. Because if that's all I'm getting, how am I supposed to know?
Yeah, can't read his mind. But
yes, so I did go over there, and it was understandably hard. I had asked if I could come in his back door because that kind of didn't have any memories tied to that specific night.
Mm-hmm.
And, when I went in, put my stuff in his bedroom. Oh, and, I mean, if I'm staying the night, then Taco had to come with us. So he's there. It was kind of funny because, we would be driving separately then because I was going to have to go to work and, he had driven to my place and we go outside and we got everything set and he's got Taco and he's got him like on the leash and he's like, he's coming with me. I was like, okay, that's cute.
Boys Club.
The boys are going to ride over together. Yes.
The boys.
Yep.
Oh my god. Taco's just one of the boys.
Yep. I don't remember what he was doing when he first got back, just like whatever for a minute. So I, just kind of like brought Taco in, and it was in the living room on the couch where we found Pico.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I just like sat on the floor with him facing the room. And, the boyfriend comes in, and I was just like, I'm just showing him the last place where his big brother was.
Mm.
Then we both cried more.
Wow, that's really powerful.
Yeah. And, I still don't know, like, we didn't spend any time in there. I don't know when I'll be ready for that.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I cannot imagine sitting on that couch.
No.
And something unrelated, why it was such a hard night. I feel like this is related. I was like, I just listened to the last episode. Why did I think this was related? Oh, because you talked about the gun store, and I talked about people shooting off their guns.
At the very end, we talked about guns.
So it's night, and, boyfriend and I are laying in bed trying to sleep, not being all that successful at it. And at this point, it's like, I think 1 a.m. And he has put his earphones in because that, he can listen to stuff and that helps him sleep. I had taken half a gummy and was just starting to like kind of drift off. So it's like, I'm starting to drift off. He's got his earphones in, and there is something that sounds like a thud, and Taco barks.
Oh no.
And we both kind of sit up, and he's like, what was that? And I was like, I was sort of zoning out, and I'm not aware, and he's hearing it through his earphones, so he's not even sure, like, could this have been, like, somebody's in my garage, somebody snuck in the window and is in my basement, like, is that somebody inside, or... And so, first of all, I know because I live in Missouri, and everybody owns a fucking gun. I know that he owns one. I guess maybe we talked about that more than I thought.
About him owning a gun?
Yeah, and just kind of like my feelings on that, because like if I believe that you are a responsible gun owner, I am not going to have a problem with you owning it. I'm not going to say like, I don't want you to, or anything like that. That I do not have a problem with. But I don't think I realized how much, and I must have said something because, it's like he's freaking out at the fact that it possibly could even be like somebody literally in a section of his house. And he gets up and he's like, I'm going to look around. I have to get something. If you want to turn away, I understand.
Oh my god. I'm so uncomfortable.
Yeah. And
also, what a weird way to say that.
I know, because it took me a second. I was like, oh, he's getting his gun out. Okay. And I mean, this.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this is the only time, that I have even like known where it was or seen that it exists. Like I said, like he's not someone, because the guy I dated before him, I felt like I had no problem, like I said, same with him owning a gun. And I felt, it's like he does everything properly and everything like that. But I remember him sometimes saying things like when we were going to check out like where he wanted to buy some land, and he wanted to talk to somebody like in the neighborhood outside, like about what it was like. And apparently he had it in his car, and he's just like, well, you never know about people, so I'm going to bring my gun. You could tell he just had this like bravado of like, yeah, I've got a gun.
Oh my god.
So, I mean, at least I'm comparing to that where I'm like, this was totally different. It's just like, I don't like it. And I don't think, like I'm cool because I'm carrying a gun, or I'm safe because I'm carrying a gun, but just...
Of course this happens the first night you sleep at his house after like over a year.
Exactly.
Oh my god. You cannot catch a break.
No.
What is the universe trying to tell you?
The whole time that he's walking around his house, that's when I realized, I was like, okay, this really, I don't think I was even aware, like, how much just them existing freaks, like, it doesn't freak me out to know that he has it safely locked in his place and that he owns it. It freaks me out to know that it is out, and I mean, then suddenly, like, my brain is on overdrive, and it's just kind of like, I mean, you never know if there's going to be some sort of, like, unplanned accident or something. Like, what if you accidentally shoot yourself? What if you accidentally shoot me? What if you are not really as stable as you have been portraying and you just go blow your brains out in the living room? I mean...
Or, what if you kill someone?
Yeah. And then we got... What do we do next?
That's horrible.
Yeah.
I would be so uncomfortable.
So yeah, it was like, I'm freaking out the whole time, and you could tell because it's like, once he realizes, like, okay, there's definitely no one in here, but he still had it out, that he comes back
hell no.
and is telling me, like, you can lay down now. And I was like, okay. And then I continued to like sit up clutching the sheets until he had it like safely put back away. And then I was like, and then of course there was no sleeping.
Have you talked about it since then? Like, did he ask your consent to like take out a firearm?
Well,
knowing how you feel about it? I know it's his house, and I know he thought someone was intruding, but
yeah, I mean, I feel like my consent was there when we had talked about it before by, like I said, saying, like, I will never own one myself, but I do believe, that you are not going to just, like, wave it around just to be like, look how cool I am, or any, like, I don't think that you want to use it in any way. He was like, yeah, it's true. But again, I mean, and part of that, like I said, I think is just where I am. I am starting to learn everybody in fucking Missouri owns a gun.
I don't know about everybody.
No, but quite a lot, particularly when you get to the male persuasion. Then it's got to be like 90%.
That's horrifying.
Uh-huh.
God, I'm so glad I don't date men anymore. Oh my God.
Well, plenty of women here own them too.
Ugh. Gross.
Yeah. But it's like there hasn't really been a chance because I think, that was Sunday night. Oh, and then Monday I get to work and realize that I left my phone at his place. And and that was going to be fine because, he messaged me or he sent me an email that he had it. And I saw that and we're like, okay, maybe we'll try and meet up at lunch. Except I forget that everything's 2-factor authentication now and I can't get into anything at work.
Shit. Damn, you really have had a week.
Yeah, Monday was crazy and me driving all over the place to try and get my phone so that I could actually work. And then just like figuring everything out so that we can leave this weekend. But I do think, I mean, like I said, there's literally been no chance, but definitely like thinking about that situation afterwards as I was like, I think I got to talk a little more about how I felt about that.
Yeah, for sure.
Because like I said, it surprised me. And I think that's because, like, it's easy for me to say, like, I don't have a problem with you owning a gun. But when I have to be in the vicinity, then that's a different story to me. And I didn't realize that until it happened. Now I'm going to have to be like, okay.
Yeah, one more thing you have to talk about that you have to bring up.
Yeah.
This is unrelated. A palate cleanser, if you will.
Yeah.
Have I ever told you about my ferry story?
No.
Leaving my phone on the ferry?
I thought ferry like F-A-I-R-Y. I was like, do you see ferries?
Oh my God, no, but my sister and I used to be obsessed with ferries when we were kids. We like dressed up and stuff.
But no, I don't think you told me about leaving your phone on the ferry.
So when I was in rehab, I met this 18-year-old girl who I quickly bonded with. I was like 26 at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So like 8 years older than her. It was kind of like my relationship with my sister, who I'm also 8 years older than then. Like,
okay.
And we became close. She lived in Bremerton, which is like a ferry ride from Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
We both got out, and a few months later, I was moving out of the house I was living in with 2 other girls, and I was getting my own place for the first time. And I don't even remember how, but like if I asked her if she volunteered, but she offered to help me move, which was really sweet.
Yeah.
So we spent all day moving, goofing off a lot, having fun. We went and got Vietnamese food. And then we go downtown. I have my rental van. Normally I don't drive, but I had a rental van. And so I drove her downtown to the ferry and said goodbye. And then I walk like 5 blocks or whatever to where I had like double parked the rental van. And as I'm getting ready to leave, I realize I don't have my phone on me.
Mm-hmm.
And so I freak out. I leave the van double parked. I run 5 blocks to get, it was like in a movie running to the airplane gates before they close.
Uh-huh.
And I was too late.
Like, my love, my phone, don't leave me.
Oh, I was having a panic attack.
Well, yeah, that's... that is definitely like, how do you get it back? It's not the same as leaving it at a friend's house and knowing it's there.
I'll tell you how I got it back. She had to mail it back to me.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just what that made me think of. I have really bad luck with ferries.
I have really bad luck with phones.
That too. Oh, wow. That's a lot. That went in a direction I was not expecting it to go in.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know we'd be talking about guns today. Jesus.
I didn't know either when I agreed to go over all the things I thought would be hard about that. That wasn't one of them.
Yeah, and you never found out what the thump was, I'm guessing.
No, we had some ideas because we heard later he turned on his ice maker in his freezer. And he has like an old fridge, like my ice maker, it just kind of like dumps the ice, you hear it crackle, and then you hear a little bit of like the water running in. When we heard it the next time, then it's like when it fills up with water again, then it's like it slams to a stop. So it's like, dunk. We're like, that could have been it. Also, it was, the night after the 4th. So we had heard a couple of things where it's like, yeah, it could be some people like with their spare fireworks, like, oh, let's light this thing on fire.
I am never moving to Missouri.
No, I wouldn't suggest it.
My grandma's there.
I know.
Actually, we do our family reunion every 4 years, and the last time was in 2022 when we did our live episode.
I was thinking of that recently because you said 4 years, and that's what my brain was figuring out, like, when did we meet up?
Okay, I need to also, first of all, I can't believe it's been 4 years since we met in person.
I know.
We were so different.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I need to ask my dad if we're going to do that this year.
Yes.
Because if so, I might just like crash with you and not stay with my family.
Yeah. Speaking of, hopefully I don't wreck my car again. When you said crash, I was like, oh, remember when I scraped my car taking you back?
Yeah, literally the morning after I slept at your house, you were driving me back to the hotel and yeah, you scratched up your car as we hadn't even left the parking lot.
No, it was like I parked in a gated lot then, and I just had like the worst angle to get out, and plus it had snowed a shit ton.
Yeah.
So I remember that. It was like trying to get out on top of that it was just like I couldn't maneuver it, and it just scraped against the door.
I felt so bad. I still feel bad, to be honest, because like you wouldn't have been leaving if it wasn't for me.
Well, you shouldn't feel bad, because in that place, if you remember, then it was like once I got all that fixed, then somebody decided to shoot out my car windows.
Oh, that's right!
Yeah. So apparently, I was going to get insurance claims no matter what.
What if this is the first episode of Pickles and Vodka someone checks out?
Like, this is a weird show. They talk just about, like, guns and dead dogs and...
Bad luck.
Yeah, losing phones all over the place.
Oh my God. But, like, these external factors do play into mental health. Bringing it back to our topic. Like, sometimes it's easy to feel like a victim when that kind of stuff happens to me over and over again. I'm like, what am I doing wrong? Or like, what is wrong with me?
Yeah, like, why my life all the time?
Yeah, it's a pretty... It frees me of the responsibility of like doing anything.
Yeah, but then, then there's other things that happen.
And there's other things that happen.
Good point. But I mean, just feeling, like it's just like, oh, why has everything happened to me? And then I can also think of stuff. I'm like, yeah, we were just talking about like one of my coworkers, like, we were like, God damn, you need to get a break because her husband had to have a liver transplant that happened around Christmas and they were dealing with that. And it was kind of like, after a lot of like complications and I think an extra surgery, he finally got in a place where he's feeling good. And her adult sister, who is, I don't even know what's the proper word now. It's like not mentally challenged, but just kind of like developmentally, whatever.
I don't know.
I know. However you want to call it. But it's like, so her sister has to live with them. And it was like right after they got like her husband like in a good spot and feeling good, then I guess her sister fell down the stairs and broke her shoulder.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And then she went to visit like an old friend of hers, I think she said in Colorado, whose husband is basically like dying. And so she had to kind of like, comfort her and be there for her. And we were just like, damn woman, you need a break. Do something for you.
This isn't the lady whose dog also died, was it?
No.
Okay. Well, I feel like a lot of people have bad luck at your office, but
yeah,
as I say that, I'm like, well, that's just having, like, if you have a big group of people, odds are, like
everyone's going to take their turn.
People are going to have shit happen.
Yeah, it seems like.
That's just life.
Right.
And you realize, like, oh, I'm not special. Like, it's just all random.
Yeah.
I know at one point you were talking about comparing your struggles to other people's in your office in particular, and how you felt like you couldn't complain or say anything about your problems because their problems were quote unquote so much worse.
Did?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was like a death or something. It was a big deal.
Okay.
And it happened at the same time that something bad happened to you, but in your mind it wasn't as bad, and so you felt like you couldn't seek support.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because we're both the kind of person to kind of wait until we're falling apart to say anything.
And I think also, like, going more on that is because, like, in our office, I mean, we're all pretty friendly and we talk too. So it's like there are people that are really, like, easily open and have no problem talking. But, you know, like, I feel like also as somebody who has been conditioned to convince everybody, like, no, but really I'm fine. That's why it's like it took a long time. They all knew my dog died, but most people did not know how for a very long time, and some of them probably still don't. Because, you know, it was kind of like, oh, well, yeah, I mean, I have to say that much because you know, he's been in the office and you've pretty much all met him and you know he meant a lot to me. But I don't want to burden people with, oh, by the way, I walked into his murdered body. They don't need that. I just keep that all in and deal with it myself.
Yeah, like where's the line between keeping everything to yourself and trauma dumping?
Right.
It's hard. And I think it requires a lot of discernment.
Mm-hmm.
Like who you tell and like the circumstances in which you tell. Like I wouldn't tell someone like at my desk where they can't escape. Where
yeah, that's true.
Well, I don't know.
I wouldn't announce it on our Microsoft Teams chat. Like, hey, everyone.
Well, I don't know. Maybe you would if you like it's something that's obviously affecting you and you're going to be a little distant at work. You're like, hey, heads up, this happened to me just in case you're wondering why I'm like this.
Yeah.
I don't think that would be weird.
Maybe in the Teams chat that feels a little weird, but I know, like, a long time ago, we had another coworker whose son, like, he was going through a hard time with, like, a divorce that wasn't expected. Like, his wife left him and, you know, and they had kids, and he ended up making a suicide attempt. And, you know, and I felt like she did it, yeah, in a good way that did not feel like going the opposite and being trauma dumping. You know, she just kind of said, like, I don't mind being transparent, you know, like this is why I am going to be away. If there's any personal phone call, I'm going to have to immediately step away and take it for the next few weeks. And if anybody, you know, like has any, I can't remember how she said it. She said it probably in a much better way than I'm going to. If anybody's going through any sort of mental health thing, like don't be ashamed of it. And I'm willing to talk to anyone.
Oh.
Yeah, like it was really sweet.
Turning her tragedy into like supporting others.
Mm-hmm. Just saying, like, I've seen it firsthand now, and yeah, you don't have to do this alone.
That's the thing. Everyone just needs to be a little more vulnerable at normal times. So when like a crisis happens, it's not as weird if you all of a sudden.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Are like, oh, I've faded into the background all this time, but now I need everything because I am in crisis. Yeah.
And that's what will happen if you never open up to anybody. And I've done this.
Me too.
And then I'm like, why don't I have anyone I can ask for help?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's because I've never asked for help before.
Yeah.
Did you interview Effie?
Yes.
With me?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Effie, when we interviewed her all those months ago, whatever, she was saying how she loves it when people ask favors of her because
yeah, I do kind of remember this conversation.
Yeah, because then when she needs a favor, she doesn't feel as guilty. I still think about that.
Mm-hmm.
It's just it's something we're both working on, obviously.
Mm-hmm. It's something that I know I do the opposite. I am absolutely terrible at that kind of thing. So yeah, it's like baby steps, the fact that I can be a little better at it.
Yeah. And you are.
Yeah, I think so.
I think we both are. Like, God, you've been on the podcast 4 years now, plus.
Yeah, it has to be like 4.5. Wow.
The amount of growth that you've undergone, it's pretty crazy.
You too.
I know. Oh,
you know, like you said, look at how much we have changed 4 years ago when we met.
Oh,
wow.
It's wild. I thought I was going to get married to a man.
It's great that now when you say this, that's hysterical.
It's hilarious, right?
Yes.
I mean, even then, it was pretty preposterous. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. I was so desperate. I knew that it was close to ending, and I was like, maybe this will help. Maybe this is what's missing.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, I don't remember what I said, but I know one of the most absurd things from that episode is when we had to give, like, our, I don't know, like 5 or 10 year plan or something like that. Thinking back now, I was like, nope, big nope.
Nope. Yeah, I said I would still be with my partner, barf. That was obviously before it became abusive.
Well, yeah.
And I said I would be in recovery. Hey, it's been 4 years. It hasn't been 5 years yet. There's still time.
I know. It's like, that's still something to try for.
I was talking to my therapist about this. You'll find this really interesting because it has to do with ADHD.
Mm-hmm.
I was saying that because I've been doing slightly better the last few weeks, I feel like my identity's gone. I feel like when there's no crisis, I just scroll on my phone because I don't know what else to do. I'm too tired to like do things that are actively bettering myself. Like things that everyone says to do, like journal, go on a walk, do a hobby. I'm like, scrolling is mindless and easy.
Yeah.
The ease is the key word.
Yes.
And that's why recovery, I can't even picture it, what it would look like.
Oh no, I've always felt that way. Like I can picture doing better or, like our favorite, harm reduction.
Yes.
But yeah.
The point is, like, with ADHD especially, if things aren't easy or if we don't see a clear path forward right away, it's really hard to get started.
Oh, yeah. It immediately, like my current therapist, I think that's, like, what clued her in at first as the idea that I could have ADHD is because I just said, I feel so overwhelmed and frustrated by everything. And she was like, well, that's actually really, really common. Like, those are two things that tell me absolutely.
Well, yeah, especially with a desk job, it's understimulating.
Yeah, but it was like, you think that it's like, oh, I can't have that because I was told when I was younger that it's hyperactive little boys, and I feel like I have no energy. And she's like, no, you feel overwhelmed because you can't focus on one thing and make yourself do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So basically my therapist was like, how do you make quote unquote recovery easy? Like, when did I feel content? Because I was describing this unending dialogue in my head of thoughts and like guilt, and I feel restless all the time, and I have to have a plan. I have to be busy. Mm-hmm. And I can never just relax and be content. This is old news for listeners, but they said, what is contentment to you? And I said, it's when I have free time and I have a variety of activities around me that I can do. And I have a variety of things that interest me, and I can pick and choose and I can go from one to the other.
And for me, I would say no set time limit.
Yes, no set time limit. I can do whatever I want or nothing. It doesn't matter.
Like, it's not saying like, I have 2 hours of free time before I have to do this.
Yeah. And like, as I'm thinking about it, that's the opposite of the treatment settings that we've experienced, where everything is so structured and you're not allowed to like...
Interesting.
Yeah, it's kind of a nightmare if you're ADHD.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, like, of course we don't want to be in recovery. It's not attainable or attractive.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where to go from there. I still don't like the word recovery, but I'm trying to like picture, okay, if there's a future where I wasn't destroying myself and I was trying to be happy, ? Like, what would that look like? It's not going to look like me spending an hour meditating and like eating, 3 meals and 3 snacks a day at the same time.
Yes.
Or like, being sober from all drugs. Like, let's just be real.
Yeah.
It's not going to look like that.
No, that's so interesting, because that was the first thing I thought of. Is I've talked about this with therapists or dietitians or like being in treatment before, saying like, look, I've known some people that's how they come at it. It's like, okay, like I have to try and stick with recovery, and so like I need a specific meal plan, and, there's times and there's amounts and there's specific things that I have to follow. We plan it out for each week, like what I'm going to do for each meal at each time. And I'm always just like, that turns me off so fast. But what I feel like in my brain when I think of that is it's like, can I just be at the point where, can I just like magically suddenly get eating intuitively so I don't have to do all of that structured bullshit? Because I won't do it.
Oh, intuitive eating is a myth. I'm just kidding. No, you're so right.
And like some people take right to it and that's what they need. But I know like I am the opposite. I hear that and I just want to be like, that's stupid. I'm just going to do what I want. Fuck your meal plan.
Well, and even if, like, there's been times where that structure is attractive to me, like, as a concept. I love the idea of being structured and organized and disciplined, but it's just not going to happen. Every single time I've tried to do that, it doesn't last, and I feel like a failure, and I go right back to what I was doing before.
Yeah, I was going to say, at most, if I'm receptive to it, then yeah, I can do it for a few days, and then I miss some things, and then I feel overwhelmed, and like I fucked it all up, and yeah, it's just a spiral back down.
Yeah. Oh my God, speaking of the trip to St. Louis, where I saw you, on that trip, as part of a White Elephant gift exchange, I got this journal that's like a 5-year daily journal. Like, let's say May 1st, 2026, you write a few sentences. And then, like, I don't know if I'm explaining this right. Like, every year you go back to that page and you write what happened.
Kind of what I was picturing. Okay.
Anyway, you can guess how long I kept that up. But I recently found it again, and I was looking through the entries that I had written. I got through like a month, and then I gave up. But actually, what I wrote was really interesting. I had forgotten what my state of mind was back then, and like what thoughts I was having, and like the feelings. And so I was glad that even though I did it for a little bit, I did it at all. And now I've started filling it out again, even though there's a huge gap of like 4 years.
Yeah.
Like, in the past, I would have been like, okay, I can't do this. Like, I might as well just give up.
Yeah, like, I already fucked it up, so why bother?
Yeah, but that's why people have, like, journals that are, like, have a few pages filled out and then they're empty. Like, I used to have drawers. I still have a bunch of journals like that, where there's a ton of empty space. I just never picked it back up, because it had to be this one thing, and it had to never change.
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely done that now, I know, is had journals and been writing in them regularly, and, then there's a gap of like 8 months where I don't write anything, and then I just pick it up, and it's like, well, let's just keep going.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's all you can do.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I hope you have a good vacation.
Thank you. We are at a point where, Taco wants to be in my lap. He wants to be licking everything. He's probably making a lot of noise.
I got the hint.
You are very annoying. Yeah.
Yeah, he's been more annoying. Don't worry.
Oh, yeah.
But no, this was a good conversation. I'm really proud of you for going back and, like, facing that horror. That's huge.
I mean, like I said, I had kind of been preparing myself, and I wanted to. I didn't want to never go back there again. It just was a long time where I refused because of circumstances.
Yeah.
So I hope that's opened some sort of door or something.
Yeah. Can't wait to talk more about that next week.
And we'll also get to talk about my family, probably.
Yes! Oh my God. Next week, we will spill all the tea about Lauren's family.
Oh, not next week, because I'm not coming back until Sunday night.
Okay, next week we're skipping.
Yeah.
Unless I find someone who wants to do the podcast with me.
That's why I said we definitely had to do tonight, because I was like, we can't skip 2 weeks.
No, I just realized the week after that is my birthday week, and I'll be, like, motorcycling with my brother all weekend.
Okay.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure something out.
Maybe we can do another Thursday night then or something.
Maybe you guys will get a surprise midweek drop.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Until then, bye for
Bye.
now. If you like what you heard, tell a friend about the podcast. You can send them to picklesandvodka.substack.com, where they can listen to our entire catalog and find our newest merch. We love hearing from our listeners, so leave us a voice message at speakpipe.com/picklesandvodka. My personal Instagram is at xcjumperx, and Lauren's is at Lauren3_AFH. We'll see you next week.
Fuck your meal plan.